These three new TDX towers looks decent, but not all of them are actually worth buying or even using. So I decided to test all three new towers, and one of them actually surprised me, and something I actually really like. The rebalance update added three new towers, and I tested all of them in game to see how they compare with other towers like Missile Trooper. So first up in the list we have the Noob Tuber. Weird name. So this tower is supposed to replace Grenadier or even Bottom Path Missile Trooper. So I did some math and I found out that Noob Tuber has way more DPS than Bottom Path Missile Trooper. Personally, as an endgame player in TDX, I do not find this tower something that I would use. I would still prefer using Missile Trooper than Noob Tuber because Missile Trooper tends to be more versatile. Next on the list would be the Stinger Tower. So this tower mainly focuses on flying enemies. As you can see with the statistics, which I've already talked about before, it deals more damage with flying enemies. And I do find this really useful when I'm going to be fighting against flying bosses. So as you can see, I am doing a little bit of a run with the Stinger in Elite difficulty, and it seems like a hybrid of maybe fast firing missile trooper on the top path, and I think that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to replace top path missile trooper. I have my reasons why I prefer missile trooper, but I do think that both Noob Tuber and Stinger would be a great tower for beginners. Lastly, we have the Scout Helicopter. This is the tower that I really needed the most, especially if I'm going to be speedrunning Elite difficulty. It can be revealing a lot of hidden enemies very early on because of its cheap upgrade cost, and it's very cheap to place as well. And I do think it competes with like Ghost or Snipers, reveal stealth, and I think Scout Helicopter does its job very well as a hidden revealer. I think this is a good pick for a lot of beginners out there who simply wants to try having a chopper in their inventory. I mean, it's really fun playing around with aerial towers, not gonna lie. From what I can see overall, um, I think Noob Tuber and Stinger is supposed to be like Missile Trooper into two towers instead. But I do believe that it's not there to really replace Missile Trooper, but to be more of a niche tower. I do really wish though that all of these three new towers would have had two paths. Um, that's gonna be a topic for another time. But overall, they're fine. They aren't bad. They're not like useless. They're actually really good. They fulfill their roles, and they might actually be, or actually be better than the Cell Trooper. Mathematically, there are people who's gonna be there calculating it more accurately than I do, and from my understanding, uh, each of them can actually outclass Missile Trooper, which I don't mind. That's actually a good thing for variety. But again, I think we have too much towers now in TDX. But what really stood out for me is the Scout Helicopter. I really like that tower a lot, and it's quite underrated for us to have a tower that's mostly focusing on being a support to reveal hidden enemies. It's a refreshing new tower. I do see it as a support tower. Maybe it's a DPS support tower for others, but I just see it as a support tower because it just does its job for revealing hidden enemies. Just one last advice about Missile Trooper and the other two towers, Noob Trooper and Stinger. I think if you're playing solo a lot, I think Missile Trooper is going to be really good for you. I think the other extra slots are gonna be more important for like supports or any other kind of tower. But at the end of the day, it depends on your playstyle and how you play the game. There's really no solid way of finishing this game or beating everything. You gotta explore it yourself. And for me, I really like Missile Trooper. But that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I will see you guys next time on the new update. Goodbye.